Hi, I'm Christy DeBurton, and I own the yoga room in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I've been a yoga teacher and wellness educator for over 22 years now, and I'd like to take you through a short 10-minute sequence that you can do right at your desk to de-stress and stretch out tight, tense muscles. So, to begin, go ahead and close your eyes and just take a deep breath or two here. And on your exhales, start to let go of any stress or tension that may have accumulated during your day. Letting go of any worries or concerns, at least for this next 10 minutes. And just start to turn your focus inward. And so this ability to close our eyes is the first sign of relaxation. So if we can close our eyes, we'll be able to relax more. And so I encourage you to keep your eyes closed throughout this practice as much as you can. And it's just a nice way to help give ourselves a break from our screens. And if you do need to open your eyes to look at me, that's totally fine. But if you can close them afterwards, it will help you to relax even more. So we're going to get started with some simple neck and shoulder stretches. And before we begin, we all have different kinds of chairs that we sit on. But if you are able to, in the chair that you're in, sit up toward the front edge of it a little bit more. So not all the way to the back. You're not trying to lean on the back of the chair, but sit someplace where your spine can be long and tall, where you're using your back muscles. And then just take an inhale, find that length. Think about lifting up through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, tip your chin down toward your chest and just take a few breaths here. Chest staying lifted and open, trying to counteract the effects of all the hunching that we tend to do while we're sitting at our desk. And then on an inhale, lift your chin up toward the ceiling and just tip your head back just as far as is comfortable. Feeling that nice stretch in the front of your neck. And then bring your head back to center. And we're going to tip our right ear to our right shoulder. Just let your head be heavy, but keep your spine long and vertical. Feeling that nice stretch along the left side of your neck. And then come back up through center, tip left ear toward left shoulder. Taking a few breaths here. Good. And then just imagining that you have a paintbrush on the tip of your nose. You're going to paint some big circles in the air in front of you. Nice neck rotations. Noticing any tight spots, any stiff spots. And then reverse the direction, go the other way. Good, and then come back up to center. And let's bring our hands on top of our shoulders. You're going to rotate your shoulders around so you can imagine that you have a paintbrush on your elbows now and you're painting circles in the air on the sides of your body. And then in the opposite direction. Good, and then just relax your arms back down. Your hands can just rest on your thighs, and if you've done traditional yoga, the cat-cow or the cat-dog stretch, we're going to do a seated variation of that next. So you're going to imagine like you're a cat or a dog and you have a little tail sticking out behind you. On your inhales, you're really going to stick that tail out and lift your chin up toward the ceiling. And then on your exhales, think about curling your tail under you and bring your chin toward your chest, hollowing in your chest. On the inhale, you're reaching forward, lifting up tail, head, and then exhale to curl under, arching your back up, hollowing in your chest. And we're just moving with our breath. So inhaling to lift, open, exhaling to curl in. Inhale, lift, that nice stretch in the front of your body. Exhaling to curl under, nice stretch in the back of your body. Let's do a couple more. Moving our spine. And then just finish this next exhale. Come back to your neutral spine. And then on an inhale, sweep your arms up over your head. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. We're going to take a side bend. As you exhale, lean to the right. So you get that nice stretch along the left side of your body. And then inhale, come back up to center, switch hands. Exhale, lean to the left and feel that nice stretch along the right side of your body. Inhale, back up to center. On the exhale, just bring your hands back down. So that's a nice one to do a few rounds when you have time. Today, we're just going to move on to one more nice stretch for our hips and our glutes that sometimes get tight because we're sitting a lot. So take your right leg, lift it up, and cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. And then it can be really nice here to just kind of rotate your right ankle around a little bit, point and flex the foot a little bit, get a little bit of movement in those joints. And then from there, just start to hinge forward at your hips, lean out over your legs just as far as you need to go to feel that stretch in the right hip, right glutes. And we're just going to breathe here for a few breaths. Always making sure that we don't force ourselves into a stretch. We don't go too deep into it, just to that place where we find sensation and then we just hold it there and breathe. Give the muscles time to get used to this stretch. Few more breaths here. Good, and then bring yourself back up. And we'll go right over to the other side. Left ankle on top of the right thigh. And again, maybe rotating the ankle around a little bit, pointing and flexing the foot. And then when you're ready, just starting to lean forward again, trying to keep the spine nice and long, chest staying lifted so we're not hunching, trying to break that pattern. And then finding sensation again and just breathing there. And again, if you have a little bit more time, I encourage you to hold stretches like this for at least 8 breaths, or you can think about like maybe 1 minute holding it if you have the time. That way your body has time to really relax into this stretch. You get the full benefit from it. But just take a few more breaths here. Good, and then bring yourself back up, release the leg down, take one more inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. On the exhale, you can bring the palms down over the heart center, and I thank you for joining me for this little stretch and de-stress class. If you'd like to find more information about me, you can go to yogaroomanarbor.com. Namaste.